Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline and today I am just exhausted. Before we get into it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, like this video, share the video, and as always you can of course go follow me on my Instagram that's also called The Art of Being Ill. Like I said, I'm exhausted. I am just getting back to work after summer vacation and I have only been back to work for 2 days and I am already exhausted. I am so tired today. I almost didn't film this video, but I thought why not take an opportunity to make a video about exhaustion and about resting when you need to. I don't know about you, but when I'm exhausted and fatigued and I can tell that I should really not do anything, I tend to feel really guilty. I feel like I'm lazy, like I'm a failure, which is ridiculous because the reason I am this exhausted after only 2 days of work has nothing to do with me being lazy or a failure. It has something to do with me living with chronic illnesses. So my body is just working so much harder than healthy people's to keep me alive. And therefore I need to rest more. And that doesn't make me lazy or a failure. It's actually resting when your body needs you to rest is actually being productive because you're doing what you need to do to keep yourself healthy or as healthy as you can be when you have chronic illnesses. So what do I do when I have these days where I feel exhausted and where I have to rest, but at the same time have this little voice inside of my head saying, you're lazy, you need to be productive, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, my body pretty much forces me to not do anything, so I still don't do anything, but I don't have to feel bad about it. So I guess the real question is, how do I not feel bad about it? How do I avoid feeling this guilt when I need to rest? And I don't have the magic trick for that because I do feel guilty, but I try to do things that makes it a little easier for me. What I always try to do is that I try to do things for myself. Things that makes me feel a little better, a little bit more comfortable just being at home by myself. And as an example, this morning, I was so tired, I felt like I had the flu. And I just really felt like, this is not how I wanted the day to go. So what I did is I started my day off with a 15-minute yoga stretch. And before you go, well, that's pretty active, Caroline. Like, no, not really, because it was literally just stretching. But it was something that just pampered my body and my mind and just helped me relax and just get into this pampering yourself kind of thing all day long. And then I watched TV and played a little bit on my phone. But that's okay. So what are other things you can do to pamper yourself these days and be good to yourself? Well, it depends a lot on your personality, right? It depends a lot on what you feel is pampering. But you could turn on some candles, wrap yourself in a blanket, maybe make yourself some tea or whatever you like to drink. If it's really hot where you are, it could be some lemonade maybe. You could also, if you have a garden or a balcony, you could go outside and just sit there and not do that much. Maybe, turn on some podcast, listen to some podcast and just be in that moment. If you have pets, maybe you could cuddle with your pet. Maybe you could play with your pet depending on your energy level. Maybe if you have a dog, you could take it for a walk if that's something you feel up to. But maybe that is something that makes you feel good and in the moment. You could also put on your comfort show, TV show, for example. For me, something like Modern Family It's definitely a comfort show for me. So, and I've watched it 1,000 million times. That's not a number, but you know what I mean. But just having that in the background and just hearing them talk and just lying and just kind of watching and not 100% watching, just slipping in and out of some sleep, and you know, maybe playing a little game on my phone is something that I really enjoy, and something that, and I know this is going to sound a little bit sad, but when I have familiar voices talking in my TV, I feel a little bit less alone in these situations. And I know that's really sad. It is really sad. But it just does something for me. It makes me feel less alone, that I can hear voices that I'm familiar with. Yeah, it's really sad, but it's not meant to be sad, but it is sad. But yeah, having a TV show on or listening to a podcast personally for me helps me distract myself from this feeling of guilt. And I think this is because I have ADD. My brain simply just thinks way too much. So having a TV show on or listening to podcasts distracts my brain a little bit from thinking about how I should be doing this, and that. It distracts me so that so that I don't think too much. That sounded weird. So what to do when the thought does come up that you should be cleaning, or you should be doing laundry, or you should be working, or you should be whatever. What to do in that specific situation? There is no easy answer to that. I wish I was one of those people who just thought I had all the answers, but I don't. But what I do when the thought actually do come up, sometimes I say out loud to myself, Caroline, you need to rest. It's okay. Rest is productive today. And I don't know why, but saying it out loud, so you say it to yourself, but you also hear it, in a way helps me relax a little bit. So that is something you could try whenever the thought comes up in your head that you are being lazy, you should be more productive, whatever, when you are resting. Try tell yourself that it's okay, that this is what you're supposed to be doing. And remember, you're not supposed to be doing what healthy and able people are doing, because that's just not realistic for us. Today's video was kind of short. It was just a little bit about being exhausted, feeling guilty when you need to rest, and telling you guys you shouldn't feel guilty, but I know we do feel guilty. But also just a few tips on how you can make yourself feel a little better on these days, and how to maybe feel a little less guilty than we probably do, most of us. I don't have energy to do anything more today, and that's okay. I actually managed to do like a 5-10 minute video for YouTube this week, even though I'm exhausted, and that's fine. I'll just lay on the couch for the rest of the day, watch TV, play on my phone, just not doing anything, and just allow myself to relax so I'm ready for work tomorrow. So I hope you guys could use this video for something. If you have any tips on how to pamper yourself on days where you need rest and you're feeling a little bit bad about it, leave your recommendations in the comment down below. And I will see you next time right here on my channel, The Art of Being Ill.